Time to do the tie rods in my 03 MV. I think the right side needs an inner one, the left side needs an outer one. The left side outer one's really bad. And as circumstances dictate, I have to be my own mechanic again. There are a couple of videos on this already on YouTube. One's by a mechanic who's been doing some nice videos, but it's a little dark, and I wanted to see a few more details of some of the steps. And there's another one that the guy's doing without special tools. I don't know if I would do that or not, but I appreciate people making stuff like that though. So let's get started. I may be doing a video today on tie rods. If I do, it'll be to the other side because both sides need it. But I just wanted to show this one's worse. If I take the car out, and you can see how bad this one is. And this one is the inner one, but I'm going to do both of them. I just got down the other side because I wanted to do it all the way through without filming it, because there's a lot of details. You see, this is my this is what I'm originally for. On the left side is the outer one, and the new one's going to go in. Now we're on the right side. As you can see on this side, this one's also got a bad tie rod, but this one's the inner one. So we're still going to do both. So jack it up and take off the wheel. The outer one isn't moving, but it looks pretty shot anyway, so there's no reason to, once you pull that off, to put on the old one back on, especially when they're only 15 bucks. Lessons learned from the other side. Let's lube up this nut here before I do anything. I'm going to use a cheater bar and an 18mm to take out the bottom nut off the outer tie rod. I borrowed this kit from Advanced Auto, and the tool I used for this side was this one. Popped out. Now some people mark the end of the tie rod to this nut when they turn it back, but you got to point it down, so I don't see a reason for that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to count the amount of turns it takes to take that off and put it back on, so we can roughly approximate where the new one's going to go. We're still going to need an alignment though. So I'm going to screw this back on, and I'm going to count how many rotations it takes to get back to where we were, and mark that down. That was 22 turns for me. That's 23 on the other side. Had a twist tie in the back, which is kind of hard for me to get off. So I use a sideways cutter or pliers, but try not to damage the boot. Once you get that off, reach your hand up way behind it and just peel off the back of the boot. It's going to come forward. Go in and inspect the boot. Hopefully it'll be good. It better be, because good luck finding a Eurovan boot the same day you're trying to work on your van. You can hear that. Next we need a special tool to pull out the old tie rod, the inner one. Now I know people have shown you how to do it with a wrench. I don't know how you can do that. So go to Advanced Auto, and I rented, well, they lend out the truck and SUV one, because I wasn't sure, by looking at the other one it looked too small to get around this guy here. So we got this one here, because it had a bigger tube for fitting around that one, and I turned out to be correct. So pick out the one that fits yours, and let's go to the other side and take it out. Using that tool, it takes less time to get that inner tie rod out than it does to take the boot off. So I don't know, I guess you could get in there with a wrench or something, but you're going to be putting too much torque on the steering rack, I think. So if I had to do this again, I would buy this tool if I couldn't rent it. Just saying. I've lined up the new one to match the old one, so I know where to put it, how we're going to put it back on. And now I'm going to install the right front inner one now. Good luck finding the torque specs in the Eurovan manual. I really hate that online Bentley thing. Anyway, got the torque wrench out, and it's 70 Newton meters or 52 foot-pounds for the inner one. Let's put that on. Now we're having fun. The tool to take off the other inner tie rod did not fit the new one, so I had to go back and get the one for cars. And that is this one. It's made for cars, but the thing is this tube isn't big enough to fit over the rubber grommet there, so I gotta take that off and try this out. And also, these don't fit the old ones, so we're gonna need both if you're gonna borrow them. That's pretty neat, huh? Okay, I just put the boot back on after putting the grommet on, and I use a zip tie. Wrap that up back there. Put this nut back on here. All right, that's been torqued on. That's it. I did the other side inner one when the torque wrench was still set at the same setting. That's right. That's it. We're done. All right, I just drove it. Feels like a new car. What a difference. Well, if I had a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, probably a 5. Frustration level, 7.5. All right, I'm gonna go bring the van in to get aligned. One of the biggest questions I get is what camera I am using for my videos. Most of my videos in the past have all been made on the Sony DCR HC32. My main one I dropped during my painting video. That was finished up on a regular camera. I just recently picked up this JVC GR DVL 520U. And what I like about this one is it has a light on the front. This is the one I used for this video we just watched now, which was fantastic. I got this at a garage sale for $5.